stand Richmond Street. Being blind, it was a quiet street, except at the hour when the Christian Brothers School set the boy free. Uninhabited, house of 2 stories stood at a blind and detached from its neighbor in a square crowded. The other house of the street consists of decent slaves within them, gay at one another, with proud, imperturbable face. The former tenant of our house, a priest, had died in the back drawing room. Air, musty from having long enclosed hanging on the room, and the waste room behind the kitchen was littered with old useless paper. Among these I found a few paper-covered books, the About, the Devout Communicant, and the Memory of V.T.O. When a short day of winter came, dusk fell. Before we had well eaten our dinner, the cold air stung us, and we lay still, our body glowed, our shoes inshore in the silent street. When we returned to the street light from the kitchen, window had filled the area. If my uncle was seen turning the corner to hide in the shadow, until we had seen him safely. Or if my young sister came out on the doorstep to call her brother into his tent. She was waiting for us. We watched her from our shadow peep and down the street. Her figure, defied by the light from the half-open door, and I stood by the railing looking at her breast, strong as she moved her body. Every morning, I lay on the floor in the front parlor, watching her door. When she came out on the doorstep, my heart leaped. I ran to the hall, seized my book, and followed her. I keep her proud figure always in my eyes, and when we came near the pond at which our way diverged, I quickened my pace and passed her. I had never spoken to her, and yet her name was like a sea mark onto my pulseless blood. Her image accompanied me even in place the most hostile to romance. On Saturday evening, when my aunt went marketing, I had to go carry some of the parcel. We walked through the flaring street, jostled by drunken men and bargaining women. I made the curve of laborer, the real land of shop boys, who stood on cart with the barrel of tea. Through one of the broken panes, I heard the rain imping upon the earth. 5 incessant needles of water played in the certain bed. I was thankful that I could see so little on my sense. Seemed to desert to veil themselves, feeling that I was about to slip from them. I pressed the palm of my hand together until they trembled, murmuring, "Oh, love, oh, love."
You went to the grocery while ago? So you're going to Araby? It will be a splendid bazaar. I would love to go too. So can you come? I don't think so. There's a retreat that week in my convent. I have to attend online. If I go, I will bring you something. Oh, seriously?
What innumerable follies lay waste my working and sleeping though? After that evening, I wished to annihilate the tedious intervening day and night in my bedroom and body in the classroom. Her image came between me and the page I started to read. May I go to the bazaar on Saturday night?
The bazaar to Araby. I hope there's not some Freemason affair. No. Yes, okay.
The syllable of the word Araby was called to me through the silence in which my soul looked great and cast an instant enchantment over me, I asked for leave to go to the bazaar on Saturday night. On Saturday morning, I remind my uncle that I wish to go to the bazaar in the evening.
Hey, have you seen my pen?
It's over there.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Uncle,
Huh?
may I go to the bazaar?
Yes, boy. I know.
From the front window, I saw my companion playing below in the street. When I came downstairs again, I found Miss Mercer sitting at the fire. She was an old guest woman, a pawnbroker widow, who collected newsstands for some perverse purpose. I had to induce the gossip of the tea table. The meal was prolonged beyond an hour, and still my uncle did not come. My Mercy stood up to go.
That's good. What?
Could you give me some money to go to the bazaar?
The people are in bed and probably sleep right now.
Can you just give him some money and let him go? He kept him late.
Oh, I'm sorry that I forgot about what I promised. But you know what they say, on work with no play make Jack a dull boy. Where were you going anyway?
The Araby bazaar, uncle.
Do you know about the Arabs' farewell too? Okay, take some money. Have fun.
Standing in the silent marketplace, I felt disappointment and humiliation slowly consuming me. At the moment, an gatekeeper gently placed his hand on my shoulder. He looked at my empty hand and said,
"It's all gone now. Those dazzling lights were only curtains meant to blind the eyes. The clattering things here are not worth your sorrow. I stood at this gate for 30 years. I've watched people come here to buy faux dreams, only to live as the same people they were before. So, don't search for treasure in a place called Araby. Search for it where you truly belong. I stood at this gate for 30 years. I've watched people come here to buy faux dreams, only to live as the same people they were before. So, don't search for treasure in a place called Araby. Search for it where you truly belong." Okay?
I looked up at him, and he continued in a rude, warm voice. His words awakened me. Looking around, I realized that Araby was nothing more than dusty wooden stone and fading lights. As I left the bazaar, I took a deep breath of the cold, dumping night air. On my way home, I stopped at a bakery that was still open and used my remaining coin to buy a warm loaf of bread for my family.